If I could have one word to sum up this year, it would be favour. I seem to get to the end of my days as Bishop of Lancaster literally overwhelmed by God's favour. There seems to be a real openness to the gospel across Lancashire, especially among young people. In parishes, chaplaincies and schools, across our communities, my heart is warmed by dedicated heroes of faith, often serving unseen, not realising how special their gifts are. I also love spotting his coincidences, the calling cards of his spirit. It is a time of God's favour. You are highly favoured, said the angel Gabriel to the teenager Mary in the Bible. But God's favour was not quite what she imagined. You see, the Christmas story can seem remarkably chaotic. There was no room at the inn. Well, it's always busy at Christmas. Surely God should have booked ahead. A nice warm delivery suite at the Bethlehem Women's Hospital, not a 60-mile trip on a donkey when Mary was 8 months pregnant to deliver her baby in a stable. Surely all her visions about having a special baby were a figment of her imagination. It's all in her head. But in my experience, that is precisely how God works. It often seems that chaos reigns. The very things you've trusted him for, the very things you hope for, start to seem like a figment of your imagination. A fairy tale. It's all in your head. Especially the hope that we all have deep down in our hearts that one day everything will be okay. I'm speaking to you from the centre of Preston in Lancashire, where people are starting to get ready for their Christmas shopping. This is the first time in nearly 100 years that we've had an election campaign at the same time as we've been trying to do our Christmas shopping. It doesn't seem so well planned. But it's when chaos is at its height, when hopes are dashed, that is precisely when God turns up. This Christmas, with the shepherds, let's tune into his angel choir, who tell it as it really is. Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy for all the people. Today a Saviour has been born to you. Peace on earth to those on whom his favour rests. Some of us are living with incredible levels of fear. I came from a family of worriers. If we could worry about it, we would. But Jesus comes to save us from fear. He comes to hoover it up and send it back to the place it belongs, which is the pit of hell. And make no mistake, in its place, he can bring the opposite, his peace. Peace from heaven itself. Not a manufactured, top-down imposed peace between nations or peace on the streets, but peace that bubbles up from within the human heart. With Jesus, the time is always now. In the Bible it says, now is the time of God's favour, now is the day of salvation. The most incredible gift at Christmas is the start of heaven coming to earth, that Jesus made possible by his birth. So may you know his peace from heaven within your hearts this Christmas. May his peace overflow from your hearts and flood our nations with rivers of peace that reshape the landscape of our country. And may you trust Jesus, who is telling you with the angels, it's going to be okay.